Hello farmers, welcome back to Goldcrest Valley. You may notice there are fewer trees up on the hill once again. I got myself a full trailer of logs ready to go, just under 22 tons, which is what we know the John Deere can handle. So I just wanted to get that ready just in case something comes up for sale that I might be able to purchase. If I didn't have the money, well, I got an extra trailer ready to go here. But today, we got to focus on the grass fields. The forage wagon and John Deere are already down in position for the most part. Let's teleport to... We have the combine still here as well. There's a John Deere sitting here at the store. I did return a couple of leased items. The water tanker, which I was giving the sheep water with. I topped them off with water before I returned it. And also the weight, because we can only lease 3 things at a time now. So I need the dolly for the logging trailer, and now I need to lease 2 pieces of equipment for mowers. So we're probably going to go with, I think the Kubota set is what I've been using, is it not? 200 horsepower, 82 horsepower, 240 horsepower. Are those wider or something? Yeah, they are a little bit wider, but it reduced the horsepower, well... It kind of bogged down the John Deere a little bit. I think I'm just going to go and stick with the Kubota set. What we need to do is we need to get the swath dropping mode on the mower. So let's go ahead and lease that. We should have the money for it, just shy of $4 grand, which is fine. And of course, we're going to lease this. We don't have anything to do there, so let's go ahead and lease it for $1,000. Because, as we know, once we get the grass mowed, swath, picked up, and all that fun stuff, put it into the bunker, well, we can earn pretty much like $100,000 from selling silage. The John Deere looks pretty good repair-wise and fuel-wise. If I can pull up to the mower just right, let's go ahead and hitch that on up. Our mulcher is still here as well. I got to get that out of here and bring that down to the cow barn. I think is going to be the best place for it. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and start with the grass field over here. Just have a look around for traffic. We're all set. Alright, let's go ahead and get this grass field mowed along with the other one. Now, the other grass field, as we know, yeah, the soil sample is out of date, so I don't know if it's going to yield the same or not. It may be a little bit less because we didn't get a full fertilizing on it, but I don't think it's going to hurt us too much. Yeah, we'll be down, but not too much. Let's go ahead, not wide spreading. We want swath dropping. Thank you very much. Lower that down. And then unfold that, lower that. No, not the headlights. We don't need headlights. It's the middle of the afternoon in July. There we go. Let's get to mowing. And of course, we know the routine here. Mow it, put it in swaths, pick it on up with the forage wagon and the silage additive, put it into our silo bunker, compact it. As we go, we should get roughly 550,000 liters of grass in there, fingers crossed. I think it's going to be a little bit less, maybe 530 is what I'm going to just throw a number out there, just because we can get the fertilizer down on the lower grass field. And it's not a rush to get it compacted and fertilized. I just want to get the grass field cut so the grass can start regrowing, but I'm not in a rush to go ahead and get it made into silage, because we're not going to sell it now until, let's see, August, September, October, when these grass fields are ready to be cut again. Because the gas price, yeah, the silage price is at probably the worst it can be. So the longer we wait now, the price is just going to go up. So we're going to wait as long as we possibly can. Just the opposite of the spring, when I wanted to sell it as soon as we could, because the price was dropping, but now the price should be going on up. So speaking of going up, our money should go up here this afternoon as well. I'm going to bring those logs down to the sawmill afterwards. 25, 35,000, somewhere in there, depending on the logs and what we have. So yeah, we should be like a $270,000 in the bank account. That is going to be nice to have. And who knows, maybe these mowers that I'm using will come up for sale. At least one of them or something. Never know. But there are a few things that we are looking for. And as I said last episode, I'm not really sure what I would prefer to come up for sale first. So I think it's just a matter of just have something come up for sale. That's all. And then at the end of the year, if we got some money, which I'm sure we're going to have, we can start looking into buying some more land. I don't think I want to do more grass fields. I know the other grass fields on the other side of that grass field, that bigger one down there. If I do buy that field, or I may change this one, actually probably changing this one over would be better, because that way those grass fields will be together. But yeah, I think 2 grass fields is more than enough for us. But it's hard to say no to grass field just because the amount of money that they can bring into you, as long as you can make silage out of them. But it took me a while to get those logs cut back at the farm. Well, it wasn't cutting down the logs. It was loading them up and going around with the John Deere and the logging trailer going up on those hills, trying to make sure you don't get stuck on stumps. And of course, it's very hilly up there, and we got a long trailer, so the belly of the trailer a couple times bottomed out, so I had to do some magic to get myself unstuck. Yeah, so the other mower, the Vicon mower, is 0.2 meters wider. I don't think it would have saved me a swath. I think I'm going to have the same amount of swaths no matter what. But we'll see if, by not getting the other grass field taken care of as well as it possibly could be, how much lower is the yield going to be? It was just over 550,000 back in the springtime. And we're not going to know until we get it all in there. By the time this field needs to be mowed again in October, we should have most of the other fields harvested. And I can go around with a soil sampler and get some soil samples and send them all in. I'll probably do all the fields, and if I'm going to do that, I'm probably going to get the bigger radius soil sampler, so that way we don't have to do as many samples. I don't want to go around and have to do 100 samples, so maybe get an upgraded one so I only have to do like 20 or 30 or so. And that way all the fields will be set for a couple more years. Maybe not the grass fields, but the rest of the fields should be able to. and spin around, and we can have the store come pick up these mowers. We're all set. And then it's just a matter of going around with the forage wagon and picking up about 11 loads of grass in the fields. Can I get this all in one go? Just about. I'm going to call that good, actually. A couple little strips here and there. It's not going to matter too much. Let's turn those off, and let's just go right into the lease page here. Mowers, and return that. And return that. And I'll just keep on looking here. Same stuff as last episode. Nothing has changed. Now let's grab our forage wagon, which is ready to go, full of silage additive. I got more silage additive over in the shed over there. So what I did last time, I'll probably do the same routine, which is go around, of course, pick up the grass, but every 3 loads I come, the 3rd load I go into the silo bunker, I compact it. Just to make my life a little bit easier driving in and out. If I wait until the end, I'll have high mounds everywhere. I'll probably get stuck. We've all been there. And I will have to refill on silage additive for sure, because I had to last time. And in October, of course, we'll take this grass, which will then be silage, and sell it probably at the bale sell point. Let's be careful not to pick up any straw, because it'll convert probably a lot of what I got in the forage wagon over to straw. And of course, I do have a little bit of chaff on the side of this shed over here. I'll pick that up near the end. I think it was only a couple 100 liters that was there. But I want to get this field picked up first. That way, when I keep coming around from the other grass field, I won't have to look at the work I got left to do over here. It'll be all done. And this field here alone usually gives me about 160. So we can get a rough idea of how much less we're going to get off the field, because I didn't get that fertilizer down. Actually, with the money that we have, I probably should be thinking about buying some more beef cattle. Because right now we only got 4, and we have plenty of hay bales around. So I think we should look into getting some more beef cattle. We're not really farming the beef cattle and, you know, trying to make money off it. We're just doing beef cattle just because. So it's not like I really care if I got a full pen of beef cattle over there. I'm not going to be too precise on selling them when they're worth $3,000 or $3,500. I kind of forgot what it was. I want these 4 beef cattle that we have to reproduce, so we get some free cows out of it. Let's make sure I'm in the bunker before we actually start unloading here. And try to go at a nice even pace. That is a really good pace to go at. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to keep on picking up the grass here. I'll bring it back when I'm just about done with this field and see what we get for a total. I think we usually get like 160, 165,000 liters, somewhere in there. So I'll be interested to see how far off it is. And yeah, I did mow some grass here, which is not on our property. And now it's going to stay there because now I can't pick it up. Oh well. Well, this seems a little bit weird, but 3 loads are in the bunker, so that's 150,000. So, am I going to be over what I should get? I thought it was like 165,000 liters. And we are approaching that already. So, that's kind of interesting. I don't know, maybe the summer cut, the grass grows taller. I don't know. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. I'll take more grass. But do correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was like 160,000 liters that we got previously off this grass field. That'd be 170,000 liters that we are at. Now, the one thing I may have done is I may have mowed further over towards that house over there. So I may have gotten a little bit extra over there, but I don't think I would have gotten 10,000 liters more. I got one little spot here where the forage wagon got full just as I got to the top of the hill. And the John Deere does not like going uphill with the forage wagon on and almost a full trailer load right here. It was saying, pardon me, but do we have to do this? And I'm like, yes, we do. And so what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to leave the grass in here currently, because that'll help me compact what we have in here. And instead of going backwards and, forwards and backwards, I'm actually going to drive on out and then just turn around. So for those you don't know, when compacting grass, as we're doing, we are now 26% compacted. The more wheels, the better, and the more weight, the better. So maybe before you put your last load in, leave your grass or chaff or whatever you may have in the trailer, leave it in the trailer, because the weight alone will help you compact your heap a little bit quicker. In the future, if I get too busy on the farm, we'll definitely have someone from the Frank family doing this. I can set up course play, set up a little course, and they can drive forwards and backwards on it to compact it. Yeah, so I'm thinking in the long future, or short future, depending how it goes, when I buy this grass field I'm doing U-turn in, I'll probably leave that one as grass, and I'll merge these grass fields together, and then the upper grass field, we'll turn that over, and we'll have some kind of a crop in it at some point. I gotta pick up that chaff there to put it on in. But leveling as you go is a good thing, unless you don't have that much you're putting in. Because if you just leave it mounded up and you keep piling it in there, eventually you're gonna get stuck. And I've been stuck many times trying just to get it all in before I compact it. Alright, so we are at 90% compacted, which is good enough for now. I mean, you don't have to go all the way up to 100%. As long as you got the heap of chaff leveled out well enough, then you're all set. Because the other thing that sucks is you're driving through here, and then you get stuck on a heap, and you're unloading grass, and the grass you're unloading all of a sudden just piles up in one area. Makes it worse. Alright, I didn't quite see what the total was. I'm pretty sure it's 172, was it? Is that roughly what we got? Almost 177,000 liters. That seems like a lot more grass than I used to get, which doesn't make that much sense. But like I said before, don't complain when it's more, we'll take it. Alright, so now I got probably like 7-8 loads up here to grab. And actually, before I do that, because I'm going to forget once I get started, is let me come on down here and I'm going to top off the silage additive. Now the John Deere are backing up. doesn't quite like it too much for some reason. But anyways, I am going to get that work done in that field up there. I'll see you near the end, and we'll see how much of a pile we got in our silo bunker. Then we'll have to compact it, of course, cover it up, and then we'll wait until October to sell that. And I think that will wrap up, other than selling the logs, which I really don't have to sell today. Actually, let me look at that. Is August a better month to sell the logs than in July? I don't remember. Wood, show fluctuation. July. All right, well, the price is like it doesn't really matter there. All right. So, yeah, we can sell it either today or tomorrow. However I feel like. What I feel like doing. Anyways, like I said, about 8 loads of grass I gotta get off this field. So, probably take me about 15-20 minutes or so. But we'll get it done. Just gotta look at the bright side. I'm picking up money is all I'm doing. That's the way to look at it. On our last load of grass to pick up in this field. As for totals in the silo bunker, yeah, we're going to be a little bit short than what we had last time, which now seems kind of weird after getting what I think is more off the grass field down there than we normally do. But we are going to be over 500,000 liters, I do believe. Wait, what total was I? Yeah, I think we're going to be over 500,000 liters. As long as I get about 30,000 here, I think we will be. And we'll find out here soon enough. As for compacting the grass as I go, it's been working out rather well. I got kind of stuck once or twice. All I had to do is just drive backwards a little bit and then go forward, and the mound that I was stuck on flattened out enough for me to go over. So that's been working out really well. And it has now reached 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Advanced time up to, well, I put the time speed up to ×5. And I have not refilled the silage additive, but as you can see, we are just about empty. So a full tank of silage additive in this forage wagon is enough to do this field, and that's it. And there is actually 30,000 liters of grass, so that's going to be awfully close to 50,000, yeah, 50,000, 500,000 liters in that bunker. I've already picked up the chaff that was on the ground by the shed as well. I think it ended up being like 1,200 liters, something like that. So if anyone remembers what it was before, that's what we got this time. I don't know if it added another 5%. I have no idea if it does that or not. Not a clue. Yep, we're leaving the straw here overnight. And we're going to wait until we harvest all of our cereal crops before we go ahead and lease a baler, probably, to make bales. Or I could do the long route, which is pick up with a forage wagon. But if I do that, I'm going to be selling the straw right away because I have no place to store it. If I do bales, it'll be much more compact, and I'll be able to put it into a shed somewhere, and then we can sell it in the winter when I get more money for it. Let's hope I don't get stuck now on the last run, right? That's the last thing I want to do. Okay, let's bring up the HUD. Oh, I already am over 500,000. So wait, I'm going to be at the same... Okay, so I either miscalculated how many loads I got off that field on top. I was trying to keep my head on how many loads I brought down, but I guess I miscounted because we are pretty much at where we were 3 months ago, which is great. 556,000 liters is currently what we have here, and 92% compacted, so I'm not going to have much compacting to do. Now, the upper field, I could have a lower yield on that field because every time I harvest it, of course, the pH value, the lime value, is dropping some. So I don't know, I think it's like 2 or 3%. Probably less yield because of the lime is not nearly as good or as perfect as it can be. I need to stop driving out of the bunker, because every time you drive out of the bunker, you bring a little bit of the chaff with you, and it could be coming out of the bunker. But I think most of that's going to be in. %, 99. And wait for it. And 100%. Let's jump on out and we'll cover it up. Boom, bunker silo is covered. And we got a little bit there, but that's fine. We'll take care of that later on. Forage wagon, I guess I'll keep down here. But let me go ahead and top off the silage additive. I don't think I'm going to take that whole pallet. And those pallets last actually quite a long time. Or it can do quite a lot. I know when you buy a pallet, it might be like $2,500. But it lasts quite a long time. And let's drop that off here. Let me just double check on... We just got one thing leased, right? Just the dolly, yes. Anything new here? No, those 5 items are still sitting there. I think that we will go grab the logging trailer. And we'll go to the mill. We'll sell that. I'm not going to buy any cows today. I was thinking about it, but I'm going to hold off on that. Like I said, we're not really focusing on the cows at all. We just got cows just because. I'm not doing it like Hinterland where we're testing something else out. If I was doing milking cows, I'd probably do a little bit more to it, but they're there just because they're there. Let's go grab that logging trailer, head to the mill, get another 30,000, I would hope. Get our money on up, and then we can finish the month of July. Gonna leave the combine harvester where it is, because the barley might be ready for harvest right across the street in the month of August. And away we go with our logging trailer. Should be just under 22 tons. If I switch over to... Yeah, 21.8. Just barely under, but it's under. Canola's looking good. Actually, all the fields are looking well. Although, what would I expect them not to be? I'm taking a longer route around this time. I realize that. I usually go over the hill. But I want to go this way. Just to keep showing off more of the map. Have I been this way? I know I've been this way. Yeah, we've been this way to sell the grain last winter. Which is straight ahead. But back in FS17, does this field to the right, and that field up there were the fields I did the most contracts in. I did a sugar beet contract and that one up there, and I regretted it after I started because I was thinking, wow, look what they're paying to harvest sugar beet. And I was using the base game harvester and all that, so that took quite a while. I want to say like 3.5 hours to get that field done. And I didn't hire a worker or anything like that. I'm trying to remember, could we hire workers back in FS17 to do contracts? I don't remember. So last time we brought this much wood up, weight-wise, yeah, we got a good amount of money. Seems like a lot of empty space in there, but we just got to go by the weight. Yeah, the John Deere's thinking, you know what, we could use a bigger tractor on the farm. That's true. Or we could upgrade the engine in this one, but I think we kind of agreed that upgrading the engine in this one, it'd be nice, of course. But I think the best thing to do is save our money, cross our fingers, wait for another tractor to come up for sale with more horsepower, and then we can, just keep this tractor the way it is, because this tractor is performing rather well with all the equipment that we got. And then we can have like 2 tractors, working in the field at the same time. The Massey Ferguson can do fertilizing and moving some smaller stuff around. But as for working in the field, pulling implements, not going to happen. But I think that was the first, yeah, that was the first tractor we bought. I think that was the first tractor we bought. And then we got the John Deere afterwards. I am kind of curious though. I may... Ooh, I was going to say, let me back up into the pond and sell the logs that way, but being on a dolly, I don't know if I have the skill to do so. Just because I want to see if it will take it. Because I don't remember if it will in at least on the 17 version. I don't remember if it would or wouldn't. And I can't remember actually doing any logging back in 17. In 15, I did lots of logging because when FS15 came out, logging was the way to go. Money-wise, I mean, you couldn't go wrong. And then they nerfed it. They nerfed it big time in a couple patches afterwards. No, don't tip over. I'm trying to use something to get the trailer back upright. Alright, I don't know why all of a sudden the trailer is doing that, so I was going to back down and try to sell it into the pond, but the last thing I need is for this to tip over. And for some reason it just wants to lean to the right, so I think this is the sell point right here. There we go. 36,709. Well, that was lovely. $275,000 in the bank account. Well, the only thing left to do here is to drive back to the farm. We'll park this on up. I will speed time up until 8 o'clock in the evening, so another 3 hours from now. And we'll just double check on the store. Go to bed, wake up in the morning, check on the store. And then we'll have a quick look around to see what needs to be done in the month of August, which I'm assuming is going to be harvesting. And we can kind of plan what to do for next time. Now I'm coming back to the farm this way because I want to see how it looks like now with a lot of the trees being gone. So the trees just to our right, those are not on our property, so I can't cut those. And you remember taking all the trees over here last episode. But I don't think it's those trees, but I think the rest of the trees over there, right down to the railroad tracks, all the ones you see in the hill, those we can cut. Whoops, I just picked up a log. Okay. Come along for the ride. I'll latch you in. Alright, let's go ahead and park this on down here. Yeah, even with these trees being gone, it looks different. And it's going to look a lot different once we get all the fields harvested here and I lease a plow and we start pushing these fields together, merging these fields together. Weather looks good, so I'm going to park the John Deere right here. And now since we saw what I wanted to see, let's speed up time. Yeah, weather-wise, it's looking really good. I wonder what the weather's going to be like for tomorrow. Tomorrow's looking good. September, October, November. Rain, 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 rain. So, have to keep that in mind. Alright, let's slow down time to about ×2. Let's just double check on the store. And, well, nothing's changing at all. Well, I hope when I wake up in the morning, it better, I mean, this at least changed at least that much. If we get lucky, we get lucky. But I hope some of those items are gone and it's been replaced with different items. Alright, let's check on the store. And there is a tractor there. And there is a baler there as well. But I don't think I want to go with this type of baler. The Valtra can go up to 271 horsepower, so we're going to be in the same ballpark as we are with the 8230. And currently the horsepower that's in there is a 210. So if I were to get the upgraded engine of 271, I wonder what the difference in these engines are. Not sure. But yeah, that would bring the price up probably more, and for only 30 horsepower more, yeah, I think we'll hold off on to it. What kind of a baler is this? Oh, this is the mini baler. I've seen people use it. Definitely something we don't need here because we just have so many bales. It'd be ridiculous. And then I don't think the auto stackers would pick those on up. So, I mean, we're getting there. Yes, that's the implement we're kind of looking for, but not the right size. Oh, well. Meanwhile, in the fields, let's see, we got anything that... Oh, yeah, we got a lot of fields that are ready. So the barley field down here, which I was thinking it was going to be ready, is not. But the ones... are those all wheat? Okay, this barley field is ready. So I must have planted them on different months. So the barley field and 2 wheat fields, yeah, we got a lot of harvesting to do and good weather to do it in, and I need to get it done because, well, we saw the forecast, a lot of rain coming up on in. So we'll get that done next episode. But we are sitting on a good amount of money, so fingers crossed when something comes up for sale, we should be okay to buy it. So probably what we'll do is we'll start harvesting the wheat fields down there because that, you know, the combine's on the other side. It's down in the village, Maplefield Village. We'll harvest those wheat fields here and then work our way back to here. Everything's going to go into the bunkers. Not the bunkers. The silo over there. And, yeah. We'll be using the John Deere, a trailer, and combine as we have before. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Goldcrest Valley. But until then, have a good one.